I think it's really hard to attain a level of like pushing yourself and completely absorbing and enjoying. So a lot of heats aren't enjoyable, because you're not having a fun surf. You're battling. It might be fun because you got a couple good waves, but if you lose, you're usually bummed. If you win, you're kind of happy. There might be another heat after. That one was more. I don't know. It was just pure joy. I woke up that morning, and I thought about it for a second. I looked at the whole scenario. For me, I said, well, I could lose my next heat, which was quarterfinals. I was against Kalani Robb. I could probably make about $3,000 today, and lose a world title, and my day would be over. But who knows? I could win this thing, make a whole ton of money, accomplish my dream of trying to win a world title, trying to win a Pipe Masters, and it could be the best day of my life in that way. But I wasn't thinking about all the implications that come with friendship and competition and all that stuff. But I was in the first heat in the morning. It was real new swell. It was real kind of backwashy and lumpy swell. And Kalani got this wave. And Kalani, I rate Kalani as one of the great pipeline surfers of all time. And he got this really good wave and got barreled and blown out. And he paddles back out. Yeah.
Kalani Robb, yes.
And he paddles back out, and they call a score, and he gets like, I don't know, a 7 or something. And he's like, starts going to me. He's like, oh, how'd they only give me a 7 on that? Like, what the hell? I got so barreled. I came out after the spit. And like, he's explaining the whole thing to me. I look at him, I go, do you think I really freaking care? Like, I'm not your shoulder right now, buddy. Like, I'm trying to beat you. I'm really not too worried how bummed you are at your score. Like, I'm just trying to kick your ass. And
actually, I'm kind of glad they gave you a 7, all right? So.
Yeah, I mean, oh, man, I'm so sorry, man. But, so, yeah, the competitor was alive that day. But it was a wonky, messy morning, like we talked about. And then I swear we got the apex perfect conditions for that final. I mean, for the afternoon. And do you know who made the final with me?
Mark Occhilupo.
It was
Occy,
wasn't
surfed
it?
through
Yeah.
the trials.
That's right. Yeah.
And the final, believe it or not, it was literally probably an hour later, and the waves were terrible.
Yeah, and it was Occy. Occy had a whole other scenario because, we got to Hawaii that year. There were commercials on TV. Everybody in Hawaii, like, come on, Sunny, you're going to win this thing. And I was like, oh, man, this is heavy. Like, this, I mean, that's a lot of pressure on Sunny because he said, like, it's a horse race, bet on me, I'm going to win this thing. He said that, and that was his actual quote. And then everyone was pulling for him, and it was just like, gosh, like, Sunny needs to win this thing. Like, it would just make everything way easier. And we won't have to go through this whole dragged-out contest and everything. And then Occy, who had been sitting on his couch for like 2 years and like way overweight and out of shape, and that's not funny, man. 100 pounds overweight. I mean, come on. And he got himself back in shape, and this was like his comeback, and this was like he's in the contest, and he's trying to get back on tour, and he ends up against Sunny, and everything that could possibly go wrong for Sunny went wrong that morning. He broke his leash. In fact, I was in the next heat. I was paddling out, and I grabbed his board and paddled it back out to him. And then Occy was beating him and was scared to beat Sunny. And so at the end of the heat, I'm paddling in the lineup, and Occy's going, mate, get this one, mate. It's a good one, Sunny, go. And he's like, he's like, come on, beat me. Like, Occy didn't realize what he's doing. He got like 2 really good waves early in the heat, and I was getting ready in the yard, and I'm like, he's beating Sunny. I get late, and then everything just went wrong for Sunny. I think it was just, there was so much pressure. And, the contests don't always, like, when you see so many contests, you don't realize what's going on in their personal life and all this stuff. And, Sunny had 3 kids and, like, a wife, and, there's all these other things going on in your life. So it's hard to just, have that focus. And so for whatever reason, it was it was startling to watch everything completely just domino effect against Sunny that day. And then we had a couple days waiting before Rob and I surfed. But getting to that final, me and Occy, and for him that final was equally as important to me because for him it was a comeback for him. And we paddled out, and I just said, I go, hey, I know how important this contest is for you. I know you've already done this thing. I'm like, I'm going to do my best. You do your best. May the best man win. He's like, thanks, mate. And we just surfed, and yeah, but the waves were better in our semifinal.